Imagine stepping outside into a world where the air itself is your enemy. The sky is a sickly yellow, your eyes water instantly. Each breath feels like sandpaper in your lungs. This isn't science fiction. It's wildfire season, industrial accidents, or volcanic eruptions. And guess what? You don't have a gas mask. But before you panic and hold your breath until 2025, I'm going to show you how to MacGyver your way to breathable air using nothing but household junk and some questionable life choices. Today, we're diving into DIY air filtration that could literally save your life. Emphasis on could, because, spoiler alert, none of this is as good as actual professional equipment. But first, and I cannot stress this enough, everything I'm about to show you is last resort survival tactics. These are emergency hacks for when professional gear isn't available and you're stuck between bad air and worse air. This is not professional medical advice, and these methods have serious limitations. If you have access to real protective equipment or can evacuate safely, do that instead. Got it? Good. Now let's learn how to breathe when the world doesn't want you to. First up, turning your t-shirt into something slightly more useful than a fashion statement. The classic bandana over nose trick. Yeah, that's basically wearing a napkin to a gunfight. But we can do better. Take a cotton t-shirt. Cotton, not polyester, because we're filtering air, not melting plastic to our faces. Fold it into multiple layers. I'm talking at least 4 to 6 layers here. The more layers, the better the filtration, but also the harder it becomes to breathe. It's like choosing between suffocating slowly or suffocating slightly less slowly. Wet the cloth slightly. Not soaking, just damp. This helps trap particles, but don't go overboard or you'll be waterboarding yourself. Tie it securely around your nose and mouth, making sure it seals around the edges. Here's where it gets spicy. Take those coffee filters you never use because you're addicted to overpriced coffee shop drinks. Layer 2 to 3 coffee filters inside your cloth mask. Coffee filters are designed to trap tiny particles, which is exactly what we want. This combo gives you better particle filtration than cloth alone. Though you'll look like you're about to rob the world's most health-conscious bank if you have activated charcoal, maybe from that water filter you bought and forgot about. This is your moment to shine. Crush it into small pieces, put it in a thin cloth pouch, and sandwich it between your filter layers. Activated charcoal absorbs gases and odors, which cloth alone can't do. But warning, only use activated charcoal. Regular barbecue charcoal will poison you faster than the toxic air will. These DIY masks might help with particles and some gases, but they won't protect against everything. Carbon monoxide, hydrogen sulfide, and other deadly gases can still get through. Don't use these methods in enclosed spaces with gas leaks or carbon monoxide risks. Now let's scale up from face protection to actually cleaning the air around you using the advanced technology of stuff you have lying around. Got a box fan and some furnace filters. Congratulations, you're about to build a poor man's air purifier that actually works decently well. Tape a MERV 13 or higher furnace filter to the intake side of a box fan. The higher the MERV rating, the better the filtration. MERV 13 filters can catch particles down to 0.3 microns, which includes most smoke particles and some bacteria. Point the fan so it's pulling air through the filter and pushing clean air into your space. This isn't quiet, but when the air outside looks like orange juice, noise is the least of your problems. For the truly desperate or creatively bored, let's make a personal air filter from a plastic bottle. This is like arts and crafts. If arts and crafts could prevent lung damage, take a large plastic bottle. 2-liter works great. Cut the bottom off. Now you're going to create filtration layers from the bottom up. First layer, larger pieces of activated charcoal. Second layer, cotton balls or cloth pieces. Third layer, coffee filters. Fourth layer, more cotton or cloth. Pack these layers firmly but not so tight that air can't flow through. Cover the cut bottom with cloth and secure with rubber bands or tape. To use it, breathe through the bottle opening while the filtered end faces the contaminated air. You'll look ridiculous, but you'll be breathing cleaner air while looking ridiculous. This bottle filter is for emergency use only and provides limited protection. It's better than nothing, but better than nothing is still pretty close to nothing for serious chemical contamination. Sometimes the best defense is a good hiding spot with decent airflow. Let's talk about turning your home into a slightly less toxic box. This sounds fancy, but it's basically controlled air bullying. The idea is to create slightly higher air pressure inside your shelter than outside, so contaminated air can't sneak in through cracks. Set up your DIY air filter system to blow clean air into your safe room while sealing up as many gaps as possible. Use wet towels to seal gaps under doors, tape over electrical outlets, and close off air vents if possible. The goal is to have clean air constantly pushing outward through any remaining gaps, preventing dirty air from coming in. It's like inflating a balloon inside a box. The balloon pushes against everything. Choose the smallest room with the fewest windows and doors, usually a bathroom or closet. Fewer openings mean fewer places for bad air to sneak in, like choosing the smallest tent when camping with mosquitoes. Cover windows and vents with plastic sheeting and tape. Set up your air filtration system. Have water, basic supplies, and entertainment. Because you might be here a while, maybe bring cards or learn to juggle. Your call. Here's a trick most people miss. Use a lighter or candle to test your airflow. Hold it near potential leak points. If the flame flickers toward a gap, outside air is coming in. If it flickers away from the gap, inside air is going out, which is what we want. Obviously, don't use open flames around flammable gases or vapors. Use your brain here, people. Time for the reality check nobody wants, but everybody needs. Let's be brutally honest. These DIY methods are like bringing a pool noodle to a shark fight. They can help with smoke particles from fires, dust, and larger pollutants. Some chemical vapors, if using activated charcoal, and making you feel like you're doing something productive. But they cannot protect you from carbon monoxide, which is odorless and deadly. High concentrations of toxic gases, chemical weapons or industrial accidents, or radiation and biological contaminants. If you start feeling dizzy, nauseous, or confused, your DIY protection isn't working. These are signs of serious exposure. Don't be a hero. Evacuate if possible, even if the air outside seems worse. Trust your body. If something feels seriously wrong, it probably is. No YouTube video is worth dying for, not even this devastatingly handsome one. A real N95 mask beats any DIY cloth solution. A P100 respirator beats everything I've shown you today. A full-face gas mask makes all of this look like children's toys. If you live in an area prone to wildfires, chemical plants, or volcanoes, invest in proper equipment. These methods are temporary emergency solutions, not permanent protection. Seek professional help, evacuation, or proper equipment as soon as possible. So there you have it. How to breathe when the world is literally trying to poison you using nothing but household items and questionable decision-making skills. We covered DIY masks with multiple layers and activated charcoal, makeshift air filters using fans and bottles, ventilation techniques for safe rooms, and most importantly, the serious limitations of all these methods. One last time, because I care about you and also don't want to get sued, these are emergency techniques for when professional equipment isn't available. They have serious limitations. They are not foolproof. They should not be your first choice. Always prioritize evacuation or professional equipment when possible. Monitor your health constantly. If you feel unwell, these methods aren't working well enough. If this video helped you feel slightly more prepared for the apocalypse, hit that like button. Subscribe for more How to Survive When Everything Goes Wrong content. Ring the notification bell so you'll know when I post how to purify water using socks and regret. And seriously, consider investing in proper emergency preparedness gear. Your future self will thank you when you're breathing through a real respirator instead of a coffee filter sandwich. Stay safe out there, and remember, it's better to look ridiculous while breathing than to look cool while suffocating.